Hello from the Daily Dad. Hey, I'm here in Las Vegas and I'm asking myself, what are people lining up for here? Tickets to a Cirque du Soleil show? Is this the check-in line for your room on a weekend? As it turns out, people are getting in line up to an hour in advance to have a chance to enter a restaurant right at opening time. It's almost 11 a.m. and we are one of those that got here at 10 a.m. to have a chance to enter Tai Fung here at the Aria Resort. For those in the know, their featured menu item is the highly regarded soup dumpling or Xiao Long Bao. You see, when Chinese people talk about who makes the best Xiao Long Bao, Tai Fung is always mentioned as one of the top 3 across the land. We were unable to get a reservation for lunch, even though we tried getting one online 3 weeks ago. So getting in line at 10 a.m. with the daily kids was our only chance, and our patience paid off. Our table is ready, and now you get to come along for the ride too. I'm curious, and you're curious. It's Tai Fung and their famous Xiao Long Bao for lunch, today on The Daily Dad. Tai Fung has a very streamlined menu. You can see that 90% of the options fall into 2 categories, dumplings and bao or hand-pulled noodles. So this is definitely not a traditional Chinese restaurant where the menu reads like a Harry Potter book. There is just a one-page, double-sided menu with the food outliers being a couple of veggie dishes and maybe a meat dish. But step foot in here and not order the Xiao Long Bao? That's like stepping into a shower and not turning on the water. Why bother? So, if you are coming here, you're coming for those yummy little bite-sized pillows filled with yummy pork and soup. Let's get right into it because I am hungry. First, this pretty cucumber appetizer. Tasty enough, as it's drizzled with some kind of olive oil and chili oil mix. It's not a great value for $9. On the other hand, it's very easy to copy, and now I have ideas for a cool cucumber dish at the next potluck. Here comes the Xiao Long Bao. They serve 2 varieties. One is just pork, which the daily kids prefer. The other is infused with crab, which gives it a little bit of extra brininess and a more luscious feel. A lot of restaurants will put soup dumplings on their menu, but those other posers are generally missing 2 things. First, there's actually some soup in these dumplings. The soup is at the bottom, as you'll notice the darker shade at the bottom of the Xiao Long Bao. And the correct way to eat this is to put a Xiao Long Bao on one of those ceramic soup spoons, bite the bottom of the bao to make a hole, and to slurp out the soup as it streams out. It's a process that's well worth your effort. Many other restaurants can only replicate the meat on the inside and the skin, but not the soupy middle. There's a secret ingredient that goes inside as the Xiao Long Bao is steamed to create the soup. The second thing to point out is how these Xiao Long Bao are pleated, which are the folds done by hand on the top side of the bao, which helps to lock in the flavor and prevent the soup from escaping. There is a meticulous amount of work that goes into making these pleats, so it's lunch and a show all in one. In terms of ordering this dish, though, here is what you should do. Only order 1 tin per person to start. Each tin comes with 6 Xiao Long Bao. In the end, you'll likely wind up eating 2 tins or even 3 tins worth of Xiao Long Bao, but you don't want all of them to come at once. I say this because let's say you went and ordered 3 tins of Xiao Long Bao for yourself. 10 minutes later, the outer skin would harden a bit, the soup inside would grow cold, and now you're not getting all of the flavor horsepower that you should be getting. So order 1 or perhaps 2 tins per person to start. Once you've finished, you can always go ahead and order more. But man cannot survive on Xiao Long Bao alone, so make sure to complement your initial order of Xiao Long Bao with something else for the sake of variety. We ordered the hand-pulled noodles with sesame sauce. And this was something that all of us enjoyed. The noodles were just the right amount of chewy, the sesame sauce had just the right notes of sweet and spicy. Thumbs up all around here. Also, thumbs up more or less to the black pepper beef tenderloin. The beef was tender, the sauce was robust, the colors of the dish were enticing, and we gobbled this up pretty fast. But the $58 price tag, even by Vegas standards, did cause me to cock my eyebrow. But it wasn't enough to derail the good time that I was having. You know, that $58 black pepper beef tenderloin price tag still haunts me a little bit. And it was by far the most expensive dish on the menu, and 3 times as expensive as pretty much any other dish on the menu. It kind of speaks to how wildly expensive this place is, and also speaks to the lack of depth of offerings Din Tai Fung has. So keep in mind that you are coming here primarily for their world-famous Xiao Long Bao, otherwise there isn't really any other reason to come here at all. I also have to kowtow and to give credit to the chefs back there in that glass enclosed preparation area. They must make thousands of dumplings and bao, as well as miles of hand-pulled noodles daily. This restaurant is the largest in the Aria at over 5,500 square feet, and they are non-stop busy. I think that there are better, or at least just as comparably good, Chinese restaurants all over Vegas, but none can match the Xiao Long Bao experience that you'll get here. Bonus points to any restaurant that allows in ample natural light, and this one is a winner in that category. This place is going to make you open up your wallet a bit, and to think that Xiao Long Bao is actually considered street food that you could buy from food stalls when they were first introduced, but now have proliferated into high-end dining concepts. Only in Vegas, only in Vegas. So while I firmly think that Din Tai Fung's Xiao Long Bao here in Las Vegas is probably the most expensive in the entire world, I can say that I came, I ate, and I left, taking with me an overall good feeling that merits 3 stars out of 4. Hey, this is the Daily Dad, reminding you to try new things and to be happy.